What is good, people? It is the KOA podcast. I am Satsuki the Savage. He is everything animated. What is good with you fine folks today?
Hello, everybody. Hey, how is it going? Did everybody have a chance to watch the Demon Slayer movie this weekend, Satsuki? Put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
No, I didn't.
Someone did not support the anime community.
You hate anime, don't you, Satsuki?
You actually hate it deep down. No, I'm kidding. But no, I actually watched it. I watched it yesterday with my son, and I watched it dubbed. That's what he wanted to do, so I was like, sure, I'll give it a watch. And I will say this first and foremost. When I first heard Channing Tatum was going to be in it, I thought it was a joke. He actually did a really good job voice acting in it. He did a pretty serviceable job. Like, I could tell it was him, but just like it fit the character so well, you know? So I was like, good. And just my overall opinion of the movie overall, without spoiling anything, is good. The animation's great. It definitely feels 2.5 hours, which, you know, some movies, that's a good thing where it's like time just flies, but this one, you're just like, it does feel a little long. And I definitely feel like they could have easily have cut it down to maybe 2 hours. Like, I feel like there was just some spots in the pacing was kind of weird for me, but I still enjoyed it. It's Demon Slayer. Animation was sick. They definitely went all out, and it's only part one of a trilogy, so they're probably going to try to top themselves every time. So definitely worth it.
Well, I haven't watched the movie, but I have read the manga. We're not getting into any spoiler material, so don't worry. Don't clutch your pearls, guys. But I will ask you, since you did watch the movie, first and foremost, do you prefer this movie or Mugen Train?
Oh, Mugen Train. Like, I don't even have to think about it. I think Mugen Train was better paced. It just had a better flow to it. And even with the ending itself, I thought the ending, though albeit bittersweet, was still a good ending. Not to say this one has a bad ending. It's just, it's when you watch a trilogy, it's the movie that's setting it up for the future movies, where it's just like, it's good, but the other ones are going to be probably maybe a little better. And like I said, the only problem with me was the fact that it just had weird pacing issues, because I'll just say it. It had fights, and then it had flashbacks. And it did that throughout the movie. And I know Demon Slayer is famous for doing that. I'm not saying they haven't done that before, but it just felt like overdone in this movie, to the point where I'm just like there were people in the theater groaning. Like, as soon as the fighting stopped, another flashback.
Yeah, it can break your immersion. So I understand that. So the second question I want to ask you, the last question, is, you kind of answered it in a way, but since this is part of a trilogy, do you think that this was a good place to stop for this movie? Do you think like all the material covered and like where it ended was satisfactory for it to warrant it being a movie in a vacuum?
I think so. I think it was a pretty good ending, for what we got. Especially the last 30 minutes of the movie. Again, not spoiling anything. Like, it kind of sets it up perfectly for what's to come. But like, if I was to have any gripes, it was probably the first maybe 20-25 minutes. I really was like, oh, that's a very interesting way to go that route. But everything past that was good, and then the last 30 minutes was kind of like its own thing, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was really neat. But yeah, it was in a good spot. It sets it up perfectly. But man, now we gotta wait 2 years for that. So you're just, that's the other thing, where it's just like, okay, it ends there, but now if you want to see the epic conclusion, we gotta wait another 2 years.
Yep.
Also, happy birthday, Decrepit Storm.
Big
21. God, you're a youngin'.
Big happy birthday to Decrepit Storm in the chat. Thank you for supporting the podcast for as long as you have. I did not know you were that young. Honestly, the way I'm saying this in a good way. The way you've been typing, I definitely thought your maturity level surpasses your age. For sure. So I thought you were a lot older than 21.
For sure. I thought maybe not as old as me, but maybe in his early 30s or something like that. But yeah, that's what I guess. But happy birthday, Decrepit Storm. Definitely happy birthday to you. In fact, today's your birthday? Today, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna drop it in the chat.
We gotta bake him a cake.
I know he's in the C Tactics channel, so I'm going to put you on blast.
We gotta bake him a cake, yeah.
Oh yeah, we do. We gotta do what they did in a certain show we'll be talking about tonight about baking a delicious cake.
I will say, since we're already like in the moment of it, I think this time, EA, I know you're typing something right now, but I need you to be at the ready, because
I'm ready.
I need something to uplift my spirits. And
we got some. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, this time,
jump the gun.
It's actually good. You know, something actually good, not terrible news.
Yes, we've had a bunch of terrible news lately, but we got some today that'll not give you the blues. Now let's get ready for the KOA.
It's miracle.
Okay. I ain't got nothing, so EA, take the floor.
Okay. So to no one's surprise, Dandadan Season 3 has been announced literally right after the premiere of the final episode that came out today. The way that it ended makes sense. The way that Dandadan's been popular, again, also makes sense. So, same studio is going to be doing this. Love what this studio is doing with Dandadan. I'm an anime only person, so from what I see, it looks phenomenal, and yeah, good on them. I don't know how long this will take, because the second season took, like, it was, I think, 6 months after the first one. Like, that's how long it took. I don't know how long season 3 is going to take. Like, is it going to take another 6 months before it comes out? I'm not sure, but we got time
for sure. Yeah. Hopefully, Science Saru ends up doing this until the end. I think thus far it's been a series that warrants the kind of attention and love that it's getting. You know, people have known my gripes with this show. I've already expressed all of that, but I do think this show is one of the more interesting shows, whatever season you put it in. So, seeing it get that level of animation dedicated towards it is always a good thing, always a plus for the community. So season 3, more seasons to come, hopefully, if it keeps living up to this quality.
Absolutely. And we were just talking about Demon Slayer not that long ago. Infinity Castle debuted at 70 million opening weekend. Congratulations to Ufotable and everybody involved with the Demon Slayer franchise. This movie cost roughly, translated from Japanese currency to American, $25 million to make. And it's already made so much more than 25 million. I know it's like over 300 in Japan alone and whatnot. So I'm not sure what this is going to end up when everything's all said and done, but I'm happy for its success. It definitely is a win for anime, supporting stuff like this and not going over on the high seas to watch it and whatnot. Like, I definitely feel like this is something to support, because if it is a fan base, they'll bring more. Case in point, Chainsaw movie coming out next month, the Rize arc. So I don't know if it'll do as well as Demon Slayer. It's definitely a very niche anime for sure. So I don't think it'll make nearly as it's like 70 million opening weekend.
Yeah, it's not going to do as well as Demon Slayer, but it's still doing. It's going to do well.
Yeah, there's going to be people watching this for sure. I saw the trailer for it when I was getting ready to watch Demon Slayer movie, so I now know what to expect in that movie. There's a woman, she's in the pool, she's naked, and she goes boom a lot. That's all I know.
That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know. That's right. And I might check that out in the theater. I don't know. That may be one of those movies. You know how there's some movies where you know, maybe you want to watch that at home. I don't know if this is one of those movies where I'm like, maybe I shouldn't watch this in the theater.
It's interesting to watch with other people. That's all I'll really say about it. It's Chainsaw Man, so you already know what the series is. So you know,
we literally have a woman puking in a dude's mouth. So I mean, that should tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah, I mean that arc is interesting. I do think this is an arc that warrants a movie. It's actually kind of exciting that it's getting a movie. You know, just because with the anime, it had its moments, but I don't think the budget really reflected the raw and grittiness of Chainsaw Man, and I'm hoping that the movie is able to capture that how I felt when reading the manga. And not to say the anime did a bad job per se. I just don't think it really surpassed the manga for me in what it covered. So from what I've seen of the trailer of this movie, I do think it's going to end up being, I think it's going to blow the content in that is covering with his manga counterpart out of the water.
Cool.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. There's another anime announced for the winter season. We already have Frieren. We already have Jujutsu Kaisen. I feel like there was another one, like another big one. I can't remember. But now we have the third season of Oshinoko coming out in winter.
Really?
So, yeah, it's been confirmed that it's going to be coming out in winter. So I'm just like, wow, this winter 2026 is going to be stacked. I don't know how good season 3 is going to be. I understand Oshinoko is one of those series where, again, I'm just an anime only, but I know some people have read the manga. Some people are they definitely are mixed when it comes to how the manga ended. So it's going to be interesting just to see where season 3 goes, knowing what we know now.
Sure. We'll be tuned in though, either way.
Yep, we'll be running full staff, hopefully. But that's really it for me, unless you have anything.
No, not any like general news. Well,
oh no.
There's the whole. I said I wasn't going to give out news to give us the blues, but there's one thing that happened this week, very recently. The whole Jimmy Kimmel thing.
Oh yeah,
and him being suspended indefinitely, which basically means we're going to fire you without really firing you.
Yeah, we're gonna make you quit, basically.
Essentially.
So we're not void of contract. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a shitty situation. I mean, say what you will about if you like the guy, if you don't like the guy. It's the whole thing about freedom of speech. You know, you should in this country you shouldn't feel the whole ramifications of saying what you want to say. And I know the old saying, "Oh, you could say what you want, but you're not free from what's
Consequence.
the word for the consequences? It's just like, okay, yeah, sure, but how many years has this man been basically calling out Trump and saying he's this, and that? This is the thing that broke the camel's back, you know?
Well, and that's the thing too. Whenever people bring up, you're free to say what you want, but you're not free of consequence. In the context that we say that, it's usually backlash that comes from the public.
Mhm.
Individuals, a collection of individuals. That's not really applicable to higher forces, government. These big private industries where it's like they are the ones that are silencing people for having a voice about certain things. And if you even see what he said, he didn't even say anything really inflammatory at all.
No, not really.
It wasn't even really politically charged necessarily. So it was a big overreaction, but honestly, Trump already has a post on Truth Social, whatever it's called, where he said a couple months ago, that he was going to get Jimmy Kimmel out of there anyway. So it's kind of like one of those things to where you have an excuse to do what you want to do, and it was executed. Because at the end of the day, what happened really, I think it's just a result of Trump scaring these networks into doing his bidding.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like really the only people that kind of have the balls aren't afraid is South Park. I'm just waiting for them to be the next ones to be canceled when that does happen. Man, I don't know what will happen, but I don't think they'll ever be canceled because those guys don't give a fuck.
As long as they have a platform.
Yeah.
But that's about it for the news. Like that's it for the general stuff. I'll just say for myself, we're finally done with Elden Ring. My second playthrough, my elitist run is done. It's over. I put so many hours into that game, like 170 hours into that game. I lost years of my lifespan. Get with my frustrations and anger and sadness and everything with fighting those bosses. Because that was a run where I wasn't healing, and oh god. Why did I do it to myself?
I don't know. You had to prove something.
Yeah. And it's always to myself. But out with one FromSoft game, in with another one because I'm playing Sekiro now, or I'm continuing Sekiro.
There you go.
Yeah. I beat the Lady Butterfly boss for anybody that played that game. It's a fun game for sure. What I do like about that game is it's focused on the stealth combat, being a ninja rather than leveling stuff up. And that game is very base level in that where you start with the game is kind of where you end with it. You don't really get major upgrades to make you like some broken character. You just got to learn how to play the game. That is one of the most get good games that I've played in a minute. You don't really rely on leveling up. You just got to learn you got to learn the flex. You got to learn when to attack. You got to learn the patterns, sneak people. So yeah, it's a very fun game.
Nice. It's good to hear.
Yeah.
Before we get into our opening topics, I'm just going to read the chat really quick. EA is going to be telling me to get off his lawn next week. Yes, you damn kids, get off my lawn. Randy says, when is C coming back? Stay tuned. We'll definitely be talking about that when it comes to the future of KOA, when it comes to what's happening next week, and also just in general. It's nothing bad. It's definitely something that I think will, like I said, we'll talk about it like at the end when we do our closing outs and whatnot. But like I said, nothing bad.
I'll say, just to not leave Randy or anybody else in suspense, C is not coming back this season, so that be assured of that.
There you go. So there you go. Decrepit Storm says, didn't get to see Demon Slayer, but my friend saw it over the weekend, and he said there was a good crowd. Yeah, no, mine was a good crowd too. It was pretty solid.
Did you see the guy, the peeing guy? You didn't see it?
Peeing guy?
You didn't see that yet? There was a guy.
No, I can't say that I have.
There was a guy at the theaters who it was at a Demon Slayer. It was at the theaters. Them watching Demon Slayer. He like just peed. He just straight up just peed at the theater, and then some guy whooped his ass with Zenitsu in the background.
No, I didn't. The only thing I saw that was anything remotely close to like something that happened in the theater was that a mariachi band was playing You Got a Friend in Me at the end of Demon Slayer instead of at Toy Story, because that's a famous Toy Story song, and they went to the wrong theater. They were playing it at the Demon Slayer. But I didn't know any of that. I'll have to, if you have the video, I'll have to see that later.
Yeah, I'll try to find a video for you, but it was a big one of the big stories. We don't even know why the guy did it. Nobody really knows, but yeah, he got his ass whooped.
I mean, he just couldn't wait.
I mean,
it was a 2.5 hour movie, but I mean, come on. It's Zenitsu, that's at the halfway mark. I mean, come on.
I think I found it. Here you go.
Okay. Now I'm sorry. I'm going to take a little detour and just watch this really quick. Oh, man. Demon Slayer fans jumped to fellow Oz after he allegedly urinated mid-movie. Yeah, see, that's the mid-movie part, splashing others. So he pissed on... main character moment. Just not the right anime. All right, hold on. Gotta click this. Come on, play it.
Oh, shit.
Okay, here we go. Oh, man. I love how the music's going on in the background.
Yeah, like, because apparently he, like, splashed a kid peeing.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
I hope that guy got arrested.
Because I think the guy who was whipping his ass in the beginning was, like, the parent or something.
I loved it. Everybody's just dogpiling.
Yeah, he got his ass destroyed. And then arrested.
Good. Good. I'm glad he got arrested. As one should. The lights are on. Oh, wow. He is just laying on the... Are you okay? He's not moving.
I do love seeing like social justice like that, like real community ass whoopings.
Oh yeah, and then there he went. Wow. Yeah, I would have been pissed. Like, no pun intended. I would have been upset.
Yeah.
Wow, that's unreal.
God looks like a whack job too. We got this mugshot. He looks insane.
Wait. Is this true? Decrepit Storm said it was in Arizona. Is that true?
Oh, it was? Oh, it was.
That's what he said?
Yeah, it was.
I just missed this dude.
Yeah, it was. I'm looking at it right now.
I have to know what theater. Oh, it was in Surprise. I know exactly where that is. Okay. Thank you, Decrepit Storm. Surprise is way east of Phoenix. No, west. West, not east. East is Mesa. But okay, I know exactly where that is. My God. Yeah, this is why you don't pee on people while watching a movie. I mean, come on, common sense, people. I mean, yeah, okay. What's his face? Pee Wee Herman whacked off in a theater back in the 90s and got caught and arrested for it, and it was a big deal. But to be fair, he did go to a theater where, you know, it was showing kind of like porn in a theater, which I always thought was weird in general. I'm glad they don't do that anymore. People would pay money just to go to a movie theater to watch porn with other dudes. That's weird, but that was normal back then, before the internet. Oh, man.
You're cheering the Strokes on.
Yeah. I see the mugshot that you posted. I'm surprised he doesn't have any like his eyes just look tired, but he doesn't have any bruises or any broken face. Nothing.
Probably got a whole bunch of body shots.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be pissing for a week because of the kidneys that are now broken.
He lifts up his shirt. It's just like one of those All Might scars.
It's just a thing. Yeah, it's like, this is what happened. What did you do? For some reason, I didn't go to the bathroom. I went and I pissed on some people.
He was that engaged with the movie. He didn't want to miss a second.
I guess. I mean, I get it. Because the scene that was playing, I know that exact spot. That's in the middle of the movie. But it's just like, my God. I'm imagining he probably was on drugs or just wasn't mentally there or something. I don't know. That's just a weird thing to do in general. But anyway,
they gave everyone a refund, by the way, too.
As they should, because that would make me mad. Not only is this something that doesn't really come to the States all that often, but you ruin it by it's like, oh, we get to see an anime, this once in a lifetime event that's going to happen. It's not like something, whatever. And all of a sudden, is it raining in here? No, somebody's pissing on us. Oh my God. What a story. What a story. But, I guess we shall talk about, My Dress Up Darling, Season 2, Episode 11. This is the second to last episode of My Dress Up Darling. And this particular episode, everybody's cosplaying. Everybody's dressing up, everybody's doing their thing, and nobody's peeing on anybody.
Thankfully? Question mark?
Thankfully.
I'll say for me, this was one of my favorite episodes of My Dress Up Darling.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean this show always brings about this theme of showing people it's okay to be yourself, chase your hobbies, and I don't know, this episode especially, really in a conversation between Miyako and Juju, where she talked about how, because the whole conflict with Juju, not just in this episode, but what we've seen in season 1, is that she only likes playing magical girls because she doesn't think she doesn't want to disrespect the character by cosplaying them, and it just looks like shit, pretty much. Mm-hmm. She's insecure about her height, and we learned that she's also insecure about her like actual body type, like her boobs and whatnot. So a certain character she just does not want to play at all. That's why she usually plays like the, for lack of better terms, the lolly type of characters. So, this time she was playing a different character. And initially she was against playing this character. She likes the character, but feels that her playing the character would disrespect the image. But then you had someone, Miyako and Suzuka, but mainly Miyako, come in and share her experience and cosplaying a character that doesn't match her, that doesn't really match her build per se, because what did she say? She was like 30 centimeters shorter than the character.
Yeah, she's short.
Yeah. And she talks about how she doesn't really have the facial features to really match that character, but she's been working to, because at first she said it just felt like she was just wearing a tracksuit of the character. It didn't feel like she had really become that character, but she worked and got better at cosplay, so she could embody the image of the character that she loves so much. And she talks about how Juju should do what she wants to do, and stop being so afraid of failure, because she faced the same problem where she felt depressed about not being able to match the character's image and whatnot. But again, she worked years of cosplaying to be able to play this character and feel comfortable doing so. And I think it means so much too, because Miyako is an adult. And like, this is the part that really got me about this episode, is that Miyako and Suzuka, that is, they were talking about how, you know, they use their jobs to basically fund their hobbies, and they don't really care about how they look. They're very into their passions, and they're not going to let anybody's outside opinions influence them as to them not doing whatever they want to do. In fact, they're just like, actually, Miyako said something that was really profound, I thought, where she said, because Juju wanted to quit cosplaying, and Miyako said something to the effect of, you know, when you live a full life, you're living your life more as an adult than a kid. So why should you let those small years of, you know, a full life, so to speak, influence what you do as an adult? Because people kind of take it as like, you reach a certain age, you got to stop doing that. You got to grow up. You still watching anime? You still trying to cosplay? Like, what the fuck are you doing? And she's like, no, this is what I like doing. So I'm going to do this for, you know, as long as I want to, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a really good quote. I also felt that to be very profound as well, because it's the whole fact of the matter is, you know, when you're in school, whenever you're in high school, you think it's going to last forever. And then before you know it, in a blink of an eye, it's over. And then you're an adult. And, you know, there's not really many instructions when it comes to what you're supposed to do when you become an adult. But you still hold on thinking that, oh, when you're an adult, it's just like high school. Everybody's going to be picking on you. Nobody gives a shit. When you become an adult, nobody cares. At least not the sane, normal, high-functioning ones. You know, nobody's ever going to call you out and be like, ew, you like insert fandom here?
Yeah.
Disgusting. You know what I mean? Because nobody cares, you know, and I think that goes a long way. Is when you're in high school, you always think life's going to be that way. But then, as Miyako and Suzuka put it, we fund our own stuff now. You know, we do stuff that we like because no one can tell us no. I mean, yeah, you'll have, well, it happens earlier in the episode where Akira's mom was basically just like, don't like this stuff, which I thought was weird. I'm like, why does it matter? What does it matter to you? Some parents, I just can't get over that. But yeah. But yeah, that was a really good scene. Basically, they were just jealous because they're essentially like, you're this good at cosplay at this young, you're only going to get better when you get older.
Yeah. So I guess now that we talked about that, we kind of go by step by step. So you already brought it up, but yeah, Kira's mom, we get her backstory, and we see that her mom is just shitting all over her passion. Just like, yeah, get this manga out of here. Which I would have been like, Mom, fuck whatever lesson you're trying to teach me. Do you know how expensive this shit is?
Right. I pay over $10 a volume. Yeah. Easily.
I don't think you really understand how expensive this hobby is. You need to chill on that. At least sell it. I don't know. I think she just threw it away.
I have $1,000 in my bookshelf right there. Oh my God.
I don't know how much my whole collection would be if I counted it all up, but it would definitely be in the about, it'll be in the thousands. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's a hobby for sure, but it's well worth it. Damn it.
Sure. But yeah, because of her parents, she had to essentially become a closet anime manga fan, to the point where her friends would kind of mention it in passing, They obviously weren't fans by the way they were talking, or maybe not obviously. Maybe they were also closeted and we're kind of like probing to see, check the temperature. But yeah, you know, she didn't take the bait. She was very suppressed in her feelings or her passions about anime and manga.
Yeah.
To the point where she grows up, like she's an adult at this time, and she's going to college, and she sees one of those like those bubblegum machines where they have the toys, the capsule machines. That's what they're
like
called.
vending machines or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she's up there, she's trying to get it in secret. She's looking both ways.
I love that.
And then, you know, she puts in the coins to get it, and then she is horrified to see behind her two people who are in her college class. They end up being Miyako and Suzuka.
Akira?
Yeah.
Is that you?
You like anime? Oh,
you like this cap bubble shit? What is this?
Yeah.
What are you, an adult with free will?
Yeah. What the fuck? So she's, you know, visibly terrified, but you know, they go on to do their Miyako and Suzuka thing. They're gushing about the series is from, and it gives Akira a place of comfort, something that she wasn't used to, where it's like, oh, I can kind of be myself around these guys. I don't have to hide something that I obviously like. And they don't really go beyond that. But from that point, you can see why she cherishes these two as friends, because they basically gave her a safe haven for her hobbies.
Mm-hmm. God, that's such a rewarding feeling too. I've been down that road myself. Not so much to the extreme when I became an adult. I was looking both ways before getting an anime, buying a plushie or something.
Mm-hmm.
It was more just so long in high school where if I just got the little whispers of, you know, oh yeah, did you watch Dragon Ball last night? I just kind of like peek my head. Up. Yeah, ears perk up and you just like, who said that? Who's talking about anime? You just kind of like slide over and then you just kind of look to see if they're cool or not. And then, you know, because there's some people where it's just like, yeah, I saw it. I don't know what it's about, but it looks interesting. You're just like, okay, not a casual fan. But then if they start going deep into the lore and everything, you're like, here's my new friend.
you gotta measure their fandom. You gotta. Are they casuals?
Sure. Yeah, because I've done that before where I said something and they were like, oh, I just only watched Freerun. And I was like,
yeah,
damn it, I just looked like a fucking nerd just now.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that. But yeah, that so and the whole Akira backstory kind of just connects to the other characters: Miyako, Suzuka, Juju, Gojo, even Mari. You know, because these are all characters that had to experience this feeling of lostness at some point. Not really Mari to some extent, because Mari has always been the beacon of positivity, the person that spurs on other people to chase their passions and whatnot. So we haven't really seen her have that low, because we saw in episode 1 when somebody tried to talk shit about a character that she liked, she wasn't having it, you know. So she's like the
I'll fucking cut you.
I'm going to kill you now. But yeah, she's always been like the symbol of, I don't know, this rock hard nature of I chase what I like. Fuck if you don't like it, who cares? But everybody else has had like their lows, you know. Gojo with the Hina dolls, Juju with having this insecurity as to what character she wants to play because of her body type. Same thing with Sinju. Everybody. So
hers being the opposite.
Yeah, opposite. Yeah, for sure.
I'm just fat. It's like, girl, it's not fat.
But yeah. So at first, Juju doesn't want to cosplay as the character, but Miyako and Suzuka, work their mat. They're able to convince her to at least try. And Miyako works her magic, doing all the makeup, and she actually gives her a boob. So yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. I was like, that's an interesting way to do it. They're like these little clips and it just pushes them together. And by doing so, it looks like you have cleavage.
Yeah.
And she was even impressed. She's like, I've never had cleavage before. What is this feeling?
I do like
convince boys.
I do like
stuff now.
I do like stuff like that because I don't think you'll ever see that in the anime. Usually when we get like characters that don't have big boobs, they make the small boob joke, and that's kind of like it. So I feel like when you have characters that have that insecurity about having small boobs, it's always just used as a joke, and it's never really
like this joke.
Yeah. Oh, the citrus thing. Yeah, like it's always made a joke, and they don't really take that insecurity serious. And this is one of the few instances where I feel like they actually took it serious, where Juju is like, she doesn't want to play certain characters because like I'm flat chested. I don't think that's really going to work for me. And then, like you said, she's surprised to see the cleavage. She's like, oh, this is pretty cool. Seeing all the different techniques that they can do to manipulate certain body features to have people be able to play these characters comfortably, where they look more like them than they thought they could ever that they could imagine themselves cosplaying them as. So yeah, good on that front. I don't think I've really seen a whole small boob thing ever taken serious.
Yeah. I mean, that is true. It's always the small boob, and then you're right, they'll make a joke about it, whether it be something like that, or the woman with small boobs looks at the girl with big boobs and slaps her in the titty or something, and like is angry or whatever. But yeah, that I agree. That's one of those times where it's just like, when there's a will, there's a way. And this is cosplay. If you ain't got no boobs, we'll give you boobs. Just okay. Yeah. I never thought I'd see this before, but that's incredible.
But yeah, and then we go over to Gojo and Akira, and they're making props for the event. And we already really talked about Akira's backstory, but with Akira, because of her friendship with Miyako and Suzuka, them being a safe haven for her to be able to talk about stuff that she likes and just feel comfortable in general. She talks about how she makes these props for and cosplays that's really it. She cosplays even though she doesn't really care to do it because of her friends, Suzuka and Miyako. She feels so indebted to them that she kind of goes along with the flow whenever they want an extra person to cosplay with, and even though she's not really in tune for it. And not in the same way, because Gojo does have a passion for doing these props and making these cosplays for Maureen, but in the same way, because of the gratitude he feels for Maureen and her making him feel comfortable about what he thought was like this disgusting hobby that he should never share with the world. He also wants to help Maureen in any way, shape possible. And that's why he keeps going hard with trying to learn different techniques when it comes to the cosplay and makeup stuff. And now we're going to the prop stuff. Like, he's just adding on to his arsenal in any way. Photography stuff too.
Yeah. This man's going to be literally the ultimate man. Because he can cook, he can clean, he can make a freaking cosplay outfit from scratch. Do the makeup stuff, do the Hina doll stuff. Now he can take photos, and he's going to make props. There's not going to be a single woman that wouldn't want this man. He's gonna be beating him off with a stick.
He's making sure Maureen has nowhere to go for anything. She would be like, I need to go to Walmart for this. He'd be like, I can make that.
I got you, girl. Oh, well, what about I'll make that from scratch? Well, I need to make this prop. I don't think I'm gonna. Give me a second. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I guess I'm all done now.
Decrepit Stores never give up your hobbies unless your hobby is being at the movies.
Oh my God. Please give that dream up ASAP.
Yeah, maybe not have hobbies that are detrimental to other people around you.
And involve you getting beat within an inch of your life to where you're not moving and some guy checks up, are you okay? And you don't even move.
Decrepit Storm goes on to say, this is a great episode. I'm glad we got to see a different side of Juju. Yeah, for sure. I think it did well for
instead
her character.
of the meanie bobini that we see all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, this was a good episode for sure, especially for her.
It's just a funny scene. I like when Juju actually had the cosplay on and everybody's like fawning over her and saying how cute she looks.
You're so cute.
Maureen literally says Juju's whole existence is fan service.
Wow. Is she like speaking to the crowd or the audience
No,
at that point?
She's saying that to her. She's like, oh my God, you're so cute, Juju. Your whole existence is fan service. I'm like, I don't know if that's a good thing to say to someone.
Right. It's like your whole existence is to be jerked off to. Like that's essentially what she's saying.
Well,
she's like, wait a minute.
I think she's saying fan service in like the literal way we use fan service, because we kind of use fan service now when it comes to anime to talk about boobs and ass and stuff. But I think she means it in like the literal sense of like your eye candy, essentially, like that.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
It's still kind of fucked up, but I thought it was cool too with Miyako. She's done this before, but she showed everybody the different camera angles, just ways to manipulate the photography. So Juju's height isn't a problem. You know, we already talked about it before, but like with the low angle, the low top, you know, going or bottom to top angles where it's like, and then too, like eliminating the background so you don't have anything to scale her height with. You know, great techniques to make Juju look bigger than she actually is, or to make her not look as small as she is.
Yeah. For me, I would just grab a ladder, climb all the way to the top, and then point down and go, "Give me a smile." And she'd really look tedious, be like, "I don't like this. This is not what I had in mind." Just make her feel worse. Nah, I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that to her. She's been through enough being small and cute.
Yeah.
How horrible. Maureen was dressed up as a character, and it took me a second to realize that was even her, where I was just like, "Is that?" And I just heard her voice as she was speaking, and I'm like, everybody's just dressing up like this is just like a party at this point. Everybody's just like, "You're a guy, you're a girl, I'm dressing up as this," and whatnot. And when she was talking, I was just like, "Oh, that's Maureen." I don't remember when that happened, but it just came out of nowhere, and it had me confused for a second.
Yeah. This was also a funny scene to me. Suzuka randomly just starts speaking fast as shit. Like her mouth flaps were moving so fast. I was like, what's going on with you? She possessed. And then Miyako doesn't even really react to it. She's just like, yeah. I agree.
Yeah. I agree with what you. It's almost kind of like King of the Hill when Boomhauer talks. No one understands what he says. I tell you what, man, today on go, and then people are like, "Well, that sure is something there, Boomhauer."
Please
it's kind of like that.
Um, but yeah, oh yeah. It was just something we already kind of talked about. But yeah, Juju talked about how she was going to quit cosplaying because she was unsure about how long she could keep it up. But looking at Miyako and Suzuka, who are adults, she was thinking that, I mean, maybe I can just do this as long as I want to. I don't really have to think about me having a shelf life for this kind of thing. I could just do it because, I mean, Miyako has literally been doing this for 10 years. So why can't I just keep on doing this for as long as I like to do it?
Exactly. And it's not a bad thing, young teenagers, to listen to some adults, because sometimes they know what they're talking about, and sometimes you can learn from their examples instead of just ignoring them and going, "Ew, you boomer," or something like along those lines. But no, I enjoyed that scene as well, because it's kind of like one of those, if they can do it, certainly you have a shot too.
Yeah. Because I feel like with these two characters, Suzuka and Miyako, you kind of question what their relevance is, what before this whole thing happened, because they didn't need to be the ages that they are, because these are adults. Same thing with Amane. So
I question them hanging out with high schoolers.
Yeah, for sure. But it's moments like this where their age, well, not saying it justifies them hanging out with them the way they are, but it from a story perspective, you see why their ages are relevant in this, because they have so much experience in this, and they are examples for how things would look for Maureen, Juju, Shinju, Gojo in the future, where it's like, you can do this. There's no age restriction for the things that we do, for the things that you love, Yeah. So they're good examples for that.
And being an adult, all that stuff is yours because you're paying for it with your own money. You're not having to ask your parents for anything. You're not having to get looks from your parents to go, "What's this squid girl thing? What the hell?" You're not getting anything like that. Essentially, it's your passions, and you enjoy your passions with other people who feel the same way. And that's the rewarding feeling within itself, is just, you love what you love, and you're surrounded by people who love it too. There's no better feeling in the world.
Yeah. I mean, and Miyako even said as much. And I just want to say, Miyako, I did not remember liking her like this in the manga, but I do like her a great deal in watching the anime. But she even says as much, like, when you're an adult, you can pay for the shit that you want to do. And I'm like, yeah, that's not like anything revolutionary, but I don't know. It feels like anime always teaches you that your high school days or the only part of your life that matters and whatnot. Right. But she's like, man, being an adult is fucking awesome.
And that's why I wish more animes were to focus around adulthood. It's definitely getting better now, but I feel like I agree. There's always just the whole, high school is the best years of your life. Cherish this because you'll be an adult, and then after that, everything sucks. Why does everything always have to suck when you become an adult? Why can't you focus like this anime does on the stuff where it's like, when you get older, it gets better, believe it or not. Yeah, sure, you have to work and you have to do stuff what adults have to do, but come on. There's also good stuff that comes with it too. The Decrepit Storm brings it up as well, when he says Miyako and Suzuka mentioned some even older cosplayers, which was cool. And I agree with that. See, they were saying there were people in their 50s that do this shit. And I'm like, yes, that's exactly it. And I know those people. I see those people when I go to cons all the time. That they don't care how old they are. They still dress up as that Sailor Moon girl. Good for them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this anime is just very refreshing because it works to shut down all the barriers that not that they exist now. They do to some extent. It's just that it's been lessening, over these years, especially in the last decade or so, where it's like there are barriers with just showing your fandom of being an anime fan, manga fan, and there were barriers when it came to age, because it was like, all right, you could be an anime and manga fan, but an adult anime manga fan. Like, come on, it's time to get serious. And this anime works to shut down all those barriers. It's like, doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what you're a fan of necessarily. Of course, we're talking about anything that's healthy. Like you could be wanting to paint Hina dolls. You could like anime, manga. You could like this weird ass light novel game, but you should still chase your fashions. Cosplay.
Yeah.
Any one of those things. You should still strive to chase your passions, and you should not let outside influences, your age, whatever, influence you or detract you from chasing what you like. Really simple message, but I love how this anime goes about giving you this comfort feeling of how people go about it. It really just feels warm, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, amen to all that stuff, because I feel like, you know, if there were some people that gave the show a try and maybe watched the first 2 episodes, they would have missed the rest of this, because, you know, first episode was whatever, and then episode 2 is boo physics. So, yeah, that could have detracted a lot of people from wanting to watch this series. And I think when, you know, in its core, that's the whole message behind this series, is chasing your passions and not being ashamed of them. And I love that message that's behind it, which is crazy because there's definitely some moments of itchy stuff that happens and very horny stuff, which I don't know. Because I've watched anime my whole life, I'm used to it. I'm numb to it, so to speak, so it doesn't bother me. But I know that there's some people that go, hey, I thought this was about chasing your dreams. What is that guy having a boner on a bed while she's on his lap? What's going on here?
Yeah. It definitely had its fan service moments. I thought it was. I feel like most of the egregious ones that you see are in season 1.
Oh, for sure. Not much this season.
Yeah, not really,
if any.
Yeah. It definitely starts to tone it down, and yeah, it is what it is. I understand people who look at those scenes and kind of think like, this them just trying to sell Maureen. It's them making this super uwu moe character, you know, and trying to make her like the it girl. But no, this series has a message to it. It's more than just Maureen. Gojo is a phenomenal character. And you get to explore a lot of different insecurities and different themes with other characters as well. So yeah, this show has really been a treat. I don't know if people remember, I was not excited going into season 2 of this anime, mainly because of how the series ended, but yeah, I really did forget how much I liked this series reading it.
Yeah, and I think the anime makes it even better, because I don't know, the anime just goes sicko mode with the animation and just the stuff that they do. They obviously had a bigger budget this season and they wanted to show it off, because I think there was a part in this episode too where they did yet again another high budgeted thing where they made actual stick figures with cutouts of the characters and they were moving them like that. I'm like, that's creative and great, but that's from that higher budget. That's what that is.
Yeah. And then the last part of the episode was Maureen showing us that she's not as stupid as she may act sometimes. And she's like, yeah, does Akira hate me, guys? And they're like,
yes. Well, Maureen, we have to tell you something. You stink. You smell. I think it's the fish. I don't know what it is, but it's the fish that she's been eating. It's just secreting through your body.
It always goes back to her diet.
You've been eating way too much fish.
My God.
Yeah, but I'm assuming we're going to find out soon why why Akira has this disdain towards Maureen, because everything that we've seen so far is she's quiet around her. She's even said around Gojo, I can't be in the same room with her. So it's just like, what's this girl's problem? We're gonna find out. I'm hoping next episode. Excuse me.
I mean, shit. Next episode is the last episode.
Yeah, that's it. That, and they'd be stupid to not continue this series to see it to its finish. Because what, they could probably get one more season out of this, maybe two.
It would, if they do another season. The next season should be the last season, because this is around like I want to say chapter 70 to 80ish, around that, I believe. And My Dress Up Darling is not that long of a series.
No, it's really short.
Yeah. So yeah, one more season would practically end the series.
Yeah, and we'll be covering it once it comes out. I mean, the manga's already done, so they don't have to wait. How long did we wait? 4 years? 3 years for this next season?
Yeah, I think it was three.
Yeah,
3 or 4. Yeah, around
yeah.
that.
So I mean, they could definitely. Hopefully, it don't take that long this time around. They could probably do another one here pretty soon, since it's already over. But yeah, fun show, fun show.
Yeah. It is time to move on to our next show season. Thank you, My Dress Up Darling. Sakamoto Days. Season 2, or yeah, no, episode
21.
This is a killer pass episode for Sakamoto Days. We basically just continue on. Yeah, we basically just continue on with the Gaku controlling Shinaya versus Sheen versus Kaiji this
Quiet
time.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much a bunch of fighting this episode. Literally just a fighting episode, honestly. We get a little bit more of Kaiji. Other than he's a very, very shy dude, he apparently has really, really good hearing. And I think he, at one point during the fight, he was like, I think I hear somebody in that person's ear talking to them.
Mhm.
Because, I think this person's being controlled. I don't think that person's even awake. So that kind of like helped them a little bit. Not really, because Gaku was, he was kind of doing his thing, like fighting, testing it out. Again, love how they try to recruit people by killing people. It's a good plan that they're going with. Gaku's just like, I don't want to recruit anyone anymore. I want to kill them now.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's not necessarily their philosophy of beating people up, because that makes sense. Like we're going to filter out who can handle this level of scrutiny. It's the fact that you have Gaku doing it, who doesn't seem to have much self-control, because there's one point in the fight where they actually use the limits of him being in a warehouse where he hits a wall. He hits a literal wall, and it's kind of like they got him dead to rights, and then he's like, time to go crazy, and then he fucking goes ham and decides that he's going to use the body of the kid till its full extent, which is putting I'm sure after this kid wakes up, he's going to be in a hospital because of the pain.
Or dead.
Yeah, one or the other. Because he's doing moves that his body can handle, but obviously this kid's body can't handle. He just says he throws caution to the wind. So yeah,
because at one point, like, he was doing stuff and you just heard the bones just go like as he was moving, and you're like, that person's not getting back up. That person's probably paralyzed now.
Yeah, especially after what happened with him and Sakamoto. But
oh my god,
we'll get there. But yeah, Kaiji and Shin are fighting together. And like you said, with Kaiji's hearing, they're able to deduce that Shinaya has been controlled from somebody in a warehouse. So they use the limited space that he has against him because they end up underground, and they use that space to corner him into him hitting the wall in real life, and then them able to fight back. And yeah, or even before all of that, Kaiji joins the fight reluctantly, but he actually makes a resolve to fight because he's seeing all these different people, Shin, Seiba, Toromaru, them being resilient.
Got one-shotted.
Yeah, she was there. They all got fucked up. But
Like she
got it bad.
seemed like this really strong character, and then all of a sudden, and then just gets knocked out. I'm like, that was quick. Well, to be fair, they were fighting earlier, so who knows? Maybe it would have been a different story. Continue.
Yeah, they got it pretty bad. But yeah, seeing them get their ass whooped, but still try to fight on, gave Kaiji the confidence to do what he did because he's, very insecure. He's shy and not all that brave. So seeing that bravery wore off on him, and then he decided to fight. I do like how when he announced that he was going to help, he like stumbled over his words. He's like, I'm ready to fight.
I'm ready to fight you.
And then they were like, they just paused. Her like, hey, he fucked that up.
Yeah, even the guy that they were fighting was like, what the fuck? You just said weddy. This guy's an idiot. As he's fighting him.
I can relate to that, but I've definitely had my moments where I thought about something in my head and I'm like, all right, it's time to do this, and then I fuck up the words and I'm like, well, that happened. Let's move on.
I do that on this podcast, I think, every other week. I just say something and I just go, oh, and I just fuck it up. So I'm just like, damn, it sounded better in my head.
Yeah.
Why'd I say lollies?
But yeah. So initially what they try to do, Kaiji and Shin, is because Shin can read minds, obviously, Kaiji is using this hearing to be able to tell whenever Gaku is about to attack, because there is like a 0.5 second lag in his attacks, or his movement in the warehouse and then the actual attack. So he's able to deduce when he should move and whatnot. So Shin tries to read his mind to also realize when he should move and how to evade his attacks. But it's very hard because it's kind of like watching a recording of a stream or something. It's like it's too much. It's too much in a way for you to get like that fast reaction you need.
Yeah.
He's not able to relay the information fast enough, because by the time he's getting the information to dodge, he has to focus on dodging. Like he has to use those 0.5 seconds to dodge. He can't dodge, tell you what you need to do, and then you also do it. It's too much in the way of having a quick reaction. It's too much. It's too much steps.
Yeah, for sure. It's like when you have a lag whenever you're on the phone with somebody, and it can even be like a second, and that 1 second makes the difference, because it sounds like you're trying to cut them off when you're not, and you're trying to talk over them. So essentially, you just back and forth. Just hold on. Yeah. I'm just trying to. So yeah, 0.5 seconds definitely makes a lot, especially if there's a lag in between and you're just trying to figure it out, But that just goes to show you as well how, because they harken back to when Sakamoto was telling Shin where to hit the dude in the bunny outfit, just how quick he was when it came to like his fighting attacks. He's just like dodge, duck, punch, in his mind. So yeah, Sakamoto is crazy.
Yeah. I do like that they call back to that, because it emphasizes how much Sakamoto because Shin obviously has to listen to it and do the moves that he's telling him. But it shows you how great Sakamoto is, not because he knows exactly what to do, but because he's able to relay this fast enough for Shin to do those moves. That takes a level of expertise that only Sakamoto and the Order could really replicate. And
for sure.
Yeah. But you're talking about Gaku and his recruiting methods. You don't think it's a good way to recruit somebody by punching a chunk out of their body?
No. If you think that they're going to join your society and be a good member, I don't think killing future members is a way to go about it. I'm just outside looking in.
Well, what if you kill them and they come back then, though? Like, I would want that guy on my team.
We just gotta wish him back? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying, like, what if they killed him and, I don't know, he has some power or some shit, and he just comes back, or he just doesn't die for whatever reason. I'd be like, good shit. Join the team.
I mean, okay. If you're to the point where you can die and then come back to life, I think that's an automatic pickup for anybody who's on the team, because if you can literally die and come back to life, that's a win, good or evil. But 99.99999% of the time when you die, you don't come back to life. Just saying. So I don't think it's a good business strategy. Gaku needs to be fired and needs to that, or at least be replaced with someone with a clear level head when it comes to these recruiting methods, because this is not good. It's not a good way to recruit people. For sure.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy when the deer man with stitches all over his body is probably like the person that you would want in this position more than Gaku.
When you get old Frankenstein deer coming around through saying, maybe we shouldn't do that because I think we need people on our team. Nonsense! Let's just go ahead and murder people. That's kind of counterproductive and intuitive. I don't think we should. You know what? You shut up. You shut the hell up. And then he punches a hole, at least on the side, through Kaiji's body, and Shin, I'm pretty sure, was about to die right then and there too, until Sakamoto came in, his lovable, big old cuddly bear self, just kicked him at the last minute, and yeah, they had an epic fight worth mentioning. And they found the lost the part of the plane.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought it was blown in half, but it looked intact. So I mean, I don't know how that happened, but unless there was a part that was missing, I didn't. Oh wait, no, it was in the back of the tail. So it was just the front part. Never mind. But they went through that ship again. It's like, hey, memories.
Yeah,
that was a crazy fight.
And Sakamoto he goes full Ice Agent and deports Gaku. Literally deports him. He literally like stamps his face.
Boom on his face. And then he just goes, yeah. Whoops. That was nothing. And then the episode ends just with that. I was like, fun.
This series, I will always bring this back up. I remember when you asked me Sakamoto versus Yor, and I remember thinking to myself, at first I was kind of like, because Yor is like pretty fucking strong. But then I thought about moments like these, where I'm like, Sakamoto does some ridiculous shit. Like, he had the wheels of the plane and it is spun it to fly in the air. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
You're right, though. See, I didn't know. I only saw maybe one episode of Sakamoto Days and asked you that question. And then you thought about it, but then you were like, no, it's Sakamoto all the way. And mind you, we had 2 seasons of Spy Family where I'm just like, that seems kind of far-fetched. Now that we're into this in episode 21, I agree. Sakamoto is insane. Yeah. The world itself is just like, how can any of this stuff happen?
They do some absolutely ridiculous things in this show.
Yeah, they do for sure. And yeah, that's one of them. And then just ride the wheels off a ramp off the wing. Just insane.
So old Gaku got defeated. Shinaya's probably dead.
Poor shit.
Yeah. The recruitment didn't go well, I don't think. I don't know if they saw somebody that they liked, that they
They didn't recruit anybody. They just murdered everybody. Took that one lady and broke every bone in her body and flung her and skipped her like a skipping stone.
Sometimes you have off days.
I'm going to say this was a failed mission. They did not recruit a single person.
That's fair.
What is it? Slur is the main guy, like the main villain.
Mm-hmm.
Status report, Gaku. Who do we have for good potential recruits? Oh, we have this, and this. Oh, perfect. What is their status? They're all dead.
They didn't survive orientation, sir.
I thought the whole point was to bring them into our squad. Why the fuck did you kill them all? Well, about that, they were whooping my ass at some point, and they started figuring me out, and then I went a little crazy.
Oh, and also the guy that body I was using, he's dead too.
Yeah, he's 100% dead because I was doing stuff where his body wasn't flexible enough to do. So I'm pretty sure I broke every bone in his body. Hi. Gaku, you're no longer on recruiting duty. You've been put on table duty from now on. You're just gonna stamp some letters to send out to people.
He's just one of those guys that you only have for the fighting. You don't have him for the brains of the operations.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. He is literally the fighting one. He's what do you think of it? Don't listen to him. He's just a guy that fights. We're the brains of the operation. Just ignore him. Oh man.
But yeah, that was essentially it for the episode.
It was fast.
Yeah. But that's it really for the test? Because the teachers are out. A lot of people are dead or they're like almost fatally injured. So it's kind of like, all right, it's probably going to be like anybody who's alive, you pass.
Right. The cleanup crew, I could just see that. Well, let's see how the tests do. Some teachers are dead. Some students are dead too. Who's left? Raise your hand. 4 people? Okay, you pass. On to the next test. My God. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
and this is the last test too, so because I can't really imagine them going, well, you ain't got enough flags, so I mean, because all these people are dead. Or now there are a lot of kids who did not interact with Gaku, so I guess there is some sort of merit to this test, but
That's true.
Not really. You know, there's so much that they didn't get to supervise because of this incident.
Yeah, there was some people that didn't even know about Gaku. All they had was their tail taken, and they were like, nuts.
Mm-hmm.
I lost. And then I don't know where they went. They probably were like in a corner somewhere or something, just playing cards until the test was over.
No.
Yeah, crazy. But this is a Killer Pass episode. After this, we have one more episode. I want to see it to the end. I don't know about you. I want to see the last episode, which is next Monday, I believe. And drum roll, please. Oh, here we go. I'm going to pass it.
Okay.
I thought you were about to. You were 0.5 seconds delayed. I don't know what was going to happen there.
Yeah,
he was going to come through the screen.
You bad.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm also going to pass this show. I wish.
It's not going to get to your character.
Yeah, it would only needed like two, 3 episodes, and then it would got to her.
Damn. And who knows if there's going to be another season after this?
EA, want to see a panel?
Yeah. Of what they look like? Yeah, I'll see it.
I think she's in chapter 78. Let me double check.
This will, ladies and gentlemen, this will confirm if this is a Satsuki girl. Well, obviously it will confirm because it is, but I have an idea what she looks like in my mind, but I want to see if this reflects what I think. So
whatever idea you have is going to be wrong. I'm gonna tell you that.
Oh, okay. So it's either one or the other.
Like she's a definitely, she has like the, I'll say this, she has like the facial expression of a Satsuki character, but she doesn't necessarily have the build of a Satsuki character.
Okay, interesting. I'm ready.
All right, so it's not a great picture, but this is a start. God damn it.
For those that don't know and what I'm saying, it's a picture of a blob. No, I'm kidding. There's no picture yet.
Why is it doing this? Why are you forsaking me?
Well, I guess we'll never know what she looks like at this point.
There
it is what it is.
All right.
Hold on.
Screenshot it. And post it.
Whoa. Yeah, this is not at all somebody I imagined at all. This person looks like somebody's grandma.
Yep.
Wow. Like literally plain Jane. Yeah. And she's blind too. She's a blind character. Okay.
She's not blind.
She's the characters that never open their eyes.
She just so happens to close her eyes on both of those panels.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I just thought she was a blind character. Interesting. And I'm guessing she's an adult. She doesn't look like a student at all, like a kid.
This is spoilers. It's not really spoilers because y'all can't see the character, and I'm not going to say their name, but she's the teacher for Sakamoto.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. I hope they come out with another season because I enjoyed Sakamoto Days season 1, part 1, whatever this is, and Satsuki.
That's me.
Did you say you passed it?
Yeah, I'm passing it.
I thought, okay. I didn't know if you did or not, but it is a pass.
One last panel.
Oh, let me see this panel. Wow, and she's full on naked. No, I'm kidding. she's got clothes on. Very interesting. Okay. Yeah, I was not expecting that at all. She looks like a granny.
Mm-hmm.
She's somebody's mom, somebody's grandma.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like you could imagine what she looks like by just, I don't know. Like she could be that old lady that's just like, here's some food for you, young child. Here you go. Is what I imagine her voice to sound like, but obviously it's probably a little twist on it, especially if she's a teacher and probably has some strength. So it's got a little twist that anime usually does, especially Sakamoto Days. I can imagine it being really funny.
Mm-hmm. Well, we are moving on to our next show tonight, which happens to be Season 2, Episode 12, the final episode of this season. This is it. And we went out in glorious fashion? Question mark?
Yeah, it was a very interesting ending.
Yeah.
For sure. Before we get to the ending, epic monster fight, really great animation, Gundam mechanics. I like how they were trying to figure out, let's just push all buttons at the same time. Because, come on, who's to say the Power Rangers didn't do the same thing when they first got in their Megazords and they were trying to do that? They're just like, I don't know how this works. What the fuck? We're just supposed to know everything. But yeah, that was funny how they were just trying to figure that all out. And then I pretty much said that the fat dude was going to figure out how to move it because he was born for this. Sure enough, that's kind of like what happened. And when he did that, he kind of reformed it into a more movable mech, the one that had awesome, cool Gurren Lagann shades. I'm like, yeah, I love that nod to Gurren Lagann. That's awesome.
Yeah, he pretty much just reshapes it because it's funny too of how inconsequential Okaroon and Evil Eye become. Because I was thinking to myself, how exactly are they going to be able to all work together? You know, because how do you get Evil Eye on the same page? And then they kind of just throw all of that to the side and go, nah, he's just going to do it. Pretty much, it's just like, get out of here, Okaroon, get out of here, Evil Eye. He's just going to do it. And yeah, he's going to remodel it and get all the specs.
The Greppa Storm says, everyone listen to me while I read the manual. And everybody's just like, talking over one another.
I liked when he had that whole speech of talking about how much he loved robots and stuff. How Momo goes on the screen and yell at him, and he just turns that shit off immediately. I thought
that was funny. That was really funny. I will admit that because he's just like, what? What did you do, chick? It's like, no. The big boys are talking now, and that's me. He definitely had an attitude about himself after working the mech and everything. Like he felt like the most important person in that room. Like I think this is what happened to Ira when she got hit in the head with a concussion. Except he has a disease. I think he just got infected with it.
Yeah, he's like one of those Shinobios where it's like, I think when you corner him, when you take him out of his comfort zone, then he's like really meek and small. But when he's in like the area of where his delusions can flourish, this being a literal play box for him to be able to do the whole robot piloting thing, is like, you can't tell him nothing. He is the god of this world. And to his credit, I mean, he did his thing, you know. He was scrapping.
Yeah, he definitely did his thing. It's like if any one of us was isekai'd into an anime, we would know exactly what to do. We were kind of like born for this kind of stuff where, you know, we're like, wait a minute, we're in high school, wearing a school uniform. The girls are talking to me. Okay, I know what to do. And then you just you essentially know what to do. Or if it's not the high school setting, it's okay, there's a test going on. Something's gonna interrupt it.
Oh yeah, let me get out of here now.
Time for me to leave and not stay and play the hero. But you're the main hero. Nope, I'm gone. Wait, get back here. Yeah.
And he's been preparing to pilot a mech for a long time. Like he's been riding roller coasters to prepare his motion sickness for this moment. That's why for the large majority of the fight, he's unaffected by all the movement, which I do like that too, because I feel like that's not really, not to say this never brought up, because it for sure is brought up when people are piloting these things, but it gets to a point where it becomes inconsequential because it's like, they don't really care to talk about people getting motion sickness or fucking moving around in these tin can big ass robots, you know, getting flown all across the shit. Or there's like mechanics to where it's like they're insulated from the movement, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, because we saw
that's true though.
Yeah, we saw Momo and Ira. They were they were not good.
Bleh.
Yeah.
They were upchucking like something fierce. Once they got back home and were all said and done, they were feeling the motion going, oh God, everything's still spinning, even though we're staying still. I am not liking this.
Mm-hmm.
I like how in anime, when people puke, they always puke rainbows. You know, it's always just a glittery, colorful thing when people puke. I get it. You don't want it to show the real thing unless you're Chainsaw Man. But yeah, for the most part, it's always colorful and just lovely. Oh, he was bullied for his love of robots. Now he gets to live it. It's kind of like my dress-up doll. I thought of that too, with the whole how they showed like a little bit of his past and how, you know, he's an otaku. He has his Gundam build sets and whatever, and he's enjoying them. And God, I swear, it never fails. You know, well, you still like that? You fucking baby. What is this? Get out of my way, you nerd. Like, he ain't hurting nobody. He's just building mechs. Who cares?
When a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood.
I got in one little fight with a monster, and my mom got scared. And you're moving to wherever this is in Dandadan, in Bel Air.
It works. But yeah, we had the fight, and what I did like about the fight was, it's gonna sound weird, I liked how slow the fight was, just because I felt the weight of the mech.
Yeah.
Whereas like the mech was moving like it felt like heavy punches because of how slow the animation was.
Yeah, that's one of those things when it comes to kaiju, excuse me, fighting movies, where it really depends, because there's some where they're moving like people, where they're just super fast, like some old Gundams would do that. There's some, I can't think, I think, what is it, Pacific Rim does that too, kinda with the monsters, but there are parts where it's just really slow moving. But for the most part, like the traditional Japanese or Ultraman or anything with Godzilla, they're just people in suits usually. So
Discord killed EA. EA! No! EA! We lost them.
boom,
EA.
crazy.
They didn't hear anything that you said for the last 15 seconds. Like you were frozen.
I'm gonna cry.
The last thing you said, it's funny because it caught like the last thing you say. The last thing I heard was boom.
I just like that attention to details. I was really trying to say when it comes to monster fights. Ah, damn it.
Wow.
Anyway, I liked it. It was great. Everybody, let's hug and kiss.
Well, when we had the mech get wrecked, because kaiju, you know,
Imagine EA. Thank you, Decrepit Storm. Sorry.
nano machines. The mech got wrecked. And this is where Ira and Momo step in. They use their powers in tandem with the mech. Of course, Ira's hair and Momo basically piecing the mech together with their psychic abilities to continue fighting. And
that was cool looking.
yeah. And they just decide, all right, we're done punching this guy, kicking him because he keeps getting back up. We're gonna twirl him in the air and then fucking power bomb his ass like we're Prime Kane or some shit. And yeah, it was worth it. I mean, it worked.
Yeah, it was really cool looking. So I'm looking at the replay, I totally didn't even hear you say any of that stuff. Discord killed EA.
Oh.
You must have been frozen on my end too.
Yeah, Discord does that sometimes, so I get it.
I really was frozen. But no, that was pretty epic. Just, it almost kind of was like, I don't know, like, because you had Ira's hair thing and you had Momo's little psychic arm things that, I don't know, it was a really sick looking hybrid where, I don't know how to describe it. It kind of reminded me also of Gurren Lagann, because I think towards the end, the mechs got that crazy and big, where they had like kind of like some kind of like flaming, just, I don't know. It looked really cool. It was probably reminiscent to that, but I liked the way that it looked. I also liked how when everything was all said and done, they finally defeated the kaiju. It was just, we're visible, harkening back to being in the school, and then they were all fucking naked, and everyone could see them naked.
Yeah. And then they decide to use the nano machine and turn into a UFO and go back home. And the home is still fucked up and whatnot. But
it looked like a half UFO, half just mech, just a giant arm underneath, just floating.
Yeah. But then we see the kaiju shrunken. He's not as big as he was. And it's kind of like he looks like a person in a costume. Keep that in mind. Because Okarun and Gigi decide to carry him home with everybody trying to follow them, but because Okarun and Gigi are basically superhuman, they can't keep up.
Did you see all those people that were trying to keep up?
Yeah.
It was hilarious because it dwindled down slowly. And it was down to one person, and he's just like, oh, fuck it. And he just falls and just collapses. He stuck with him for a long time.
Yeah.
I was like, how many miles did he run before he was just like, oh, I'm dead?
Yeah.
That was funny, though. I laughed at that. But yeah, they did eventually get it back to the shrine. And I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, is this a person in a costume? Why does it look kind of fake?
Yeah. So, yeah, they bring the suit, or they bring the kaiju home. And Okarun looks in his mouth and is like, "It's like a person in here." And Kinta can't be bothered to look at it, nor
Pretty
Gigi.
boy, look inside.
And then Okarun sees a zipper and he's like, "Oh, okay, let's see what's under here." And turns out the kaiju was actually a suit for some alien girl. And then the alien girl decides to kiss Okarun, to the horror of Momo. And the season ends.
Wow. That's how it ends. She is holding a piece of the nano machine, excuse me, not micro machines. That's something else. And sees that, and of course, you know, she's all kinds of emotional at that point. It melts in her hand, and then the whole fucking house melts behind her too. And I'm thinking, damn, so if you can't really get pissed in this house, because if you get angry in the house will literally melt and turn into whatever it is you're thinking of at the moment. You have to go outside to blow off some steam, I guess.
Yeah. So I don't really know what to say about that. Maybe
it's a girl with antennas.
Yeah. Maybe the kiss on the lips is like a custom for their alien world. I don't know.
Yeah, like a being French thing. We kiss, say hello. I don't know. Maybe he was giving her mouth to mouth, and she just kind of got stuck to his lips somehow. But yeah, I thought the same thing. I'm like, well, this is an introduction to a new character for one, and we're left off on a cliffhanger, and I don't know how long this is going to take until we see it, because this is yet another season that debuted in the fall, and it took till the summer for the part 2 or season 2 to come out. So I don't know how long. We confirmed season 3 is coming.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't know when or how long it's going to take for season 3 to come out. I hope not that long, because Dandadan's doing pretty good for itself, and I have a lot of questions to ask. I'm sure C Tactics knows all about what's going on in Dandadan, as he always does. So he probably knows this character, and I'm curious to know what this character is and why they were in a costume, and why does that mean they were giant too? Are they a fucking 50-foot monster?
Maybe it has nanomachines too. And then she just made the kaiju bigger. I don't know. No clue.
Yeah. She could have been like the size that she is, and then been doing also a mech fighting in a monster suit or something. I don't know. But yeah, interesting way to end it for sure. I will say this. It's a better ending than season 1. I did not like how season 1 ended when it came to the whole crew that was fixing to, Momo, and then you just see a hole in the wall. That's how the season 1 ended the first time. This season, the way that it ends, at least it's more interesting. There's a couple of things that are tied up. It's obviously going to lead into something new, and we're introduced to a new character. So I think it's at least better than season 1.
Yeah, I think the reason is because it just feels a lot more conclusive than season 1 in it. Mm-hmm. Season 1 felt like, because we said it, I think season 1 should have ended on episode 12, the episode prior.
Like the very next episode, yeah.
But this, it's like we got the epic fight, we ended it, and although it is a cliffhanger, being introduced to a new character, it feels like we're ushering into another arc without it feeling like we need more now. I think that was the issue with. I think that was the issue with the season 1. So I do I do agree with you. I think this was a better ending to the season.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like I like the season better than season 1 as well. Not to say that there was anything wrong with. I mean, season 1 definitely had its moments, for sure. But I feel like this season, like we got a lot more focus on the characters and kind of like the expanding of their arcs and their stories, especially Gigi, especially Seiko. Even though he's only been in like 3 episodes, we get Kenta, who's interesting just from the little bit that we get of him. And from what I see and from what I hear, not from what I hear, from what I see, from what I saw in this season, this was, in my opinion, a lot better. And I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah. This season to me was a upgrade from season 1. I was laughing more at certain scenes.
Same.
I felt like you got to see the chemistry from the characters a lot better. Even including Ira. It'll be interesting to see how Kinta fits in this whole equation, because I still, even though he had his moment in this episode, I'm not really sold on him yet. I think we need a little more like
less gas.
Less gas, but like more humanized and stuff, where he's not in his boisterous Kinta mode. Like more moments where he's just, down to earth level, and like no gag stuff. Because you can do that with a character and that's fine, but I think more often than not the characters shine whenever they're more serious about them. Like,
for sure,
Seiko, for example, when they weren't doing like the whole gag thing with her,
I'm hot.
Yeah, where she was being more real and more like an adult, it just felt better. So, and they've also done the same thing with Ira, with her backstory and whatnot, and how she dealt with the consequence of talking shit behind people's back and everything.
Yeah, I did not care for her character at all in season 1, but they definitely made her more of a viable character, one that is willing to sacrifice. Although I don't care so much about the love thing with her. That's the only thing that really bothers me about her. But other than that, like the episode where it's the Mozart Beethoven episode, she really redeemed herself, I think. And even a little bit in this episode too, where she captures the monster with her hair and pulls through, and they work together. Yeah, she's gotten a lot better. Although I still just like about the love thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we'll see how Quinta fits in this. How this new alien girl character is going to fit in this. I do think that they're trying to do like a fake out of trying to make you think that they're going to do like a little, or they're going to add to this love, whatever shape it is now.
I hope not. We already got 2. We get a third one. That might be annoying, to be honest.
Yeah. I do think it's going to be a fake out. I don't think they're going to commit to it just because then it'll really get it won't be fun.
Yeah, it'll harken back to Tenchi Muyo days. Honestly, where everybody's just like, no, I like him. No, I like him. And then they do the cliched where they grab both of their arms and just, back and forth.
Yeah.
Anytime I see an anime do that, I'm just like, it's either really old or it's going to suck.
Yeah. Well, with all of that being said,
Killer Pass. This has been definitely a good season. Loved it better than the first season. Great character moments. Interesting Evil Eye character as well. I forgot to mention. He's another thing. One quick thing. Thought was clever. How they got Evil Eye to turn back into Gigi was with the hot bun. I'm like, that's clever. And I love that. I thought it also thought outside the box where you don't have to use liquid all the time. You can use just a heat, something that's hot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I enjoyed this series very much. This has been a wacky, fun, exciting series, and just well animated too. Definitely giving it a pass.
I am also passing it. It has been a treat to watch season 2. I'm excited what we bring in season 3. Got somebody on my server who actually said the art coming up is one of their favorites in Dandadan. So don't really know what to expect, but hey, that's saying something. So
all right, yeah, let's get it whenever it comes out. I don't know when that is, but hopefully sooner rather than later.
Put them on a passing screen.
You pass.
All right. Moving on. It is time to talk about Hana. Episode 11.
You say Cake Kana?
Hana. Okay, we just gotta call Kaoru Cake from now on.
She literally is cake, and not the kind of cake y'all perverts are thinking of. Like, she literally loves cake so much where she's gonna become. You ever had parents that tell you, you eat that so much you're gonna turn into one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had parents tell me that all the time. She's literally gonna turn into a cake. Oh my god, she's the monster when they talk about the cake.
She would have devoured that whole thing in Madoka Magica.
Well, they would be still singing the song. It's like, it's not me. Whoa. Did that girl just eat that whole cake? Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's slowly walk away.
Excuse me.
Kill it. As small as she. Excuse me. Run away. That's the devil. The cake devil. That's in Chainsaw Man. Oh man.
So we start off with just Rintaro struggling to think what he's going to give Kaoru, and it went in an obvious direction. Like we brought up. I don't think we brought up him making it. Did we?
I don't know right off the top of my head, but I want to lie and say that we did.
I'm
because
not sure.
I think we were saying, if he buys her a cake, it's not going to be the same. But if he makes it, it's from the heart. I'm pretty sure I said that. If not, I thought it.
Okay.
So, future me or past me, tell me if I'm lying or not. But yeah, that's essentially what he did. He's like, I don't really know what else she likes. She likes fucking cake. Guess I'll make her a fucking cake.
I like how he didn't really try to think beyond that. He didn't try to probe her for like what do you like or nothing. He's just like, I know what she's going to eat. So hey,
I know what she'll say. She won't say no to, and that is a free buffet. If it wasn't a cake, it was gonna be an all-you-can-eat buffet to like, I don't know, Golden Corral or something.
Just gives her a voucher here. Go crazy.
Yeah, here. This is good for one dinner. All you could eat. Oh my god, thank you. You don't see her come back. So, how long were you in there? For 3 hours. They just looked at her. They're like, "You need to go."
It was all you could eat. I was just trying to test their slogan.
That chocolate fountain that they have at Golden Corral.
Yeah,
I was underneath it. Oh my god.
So
anyway,
Rentaro goes to his mommy for help, and his mommy is like, why don't you make a cake? And then Rentaro's like, oh, I didn't think about that. It's interesting. But I don't think I can do it.
I never would have thought that. I don't know, I mean, just look at me. I'm a helpless man.
Yeah.
I don't know how to make a cake. Well, I know someone who can. Opens the door behind.
Yeah,
oh shit!
I just love how the dad finally shows up. Not that he hasn't been there, but he finally is present now that they need him.
Which, by the way, I swear to you, I thought they were separated or he had died. Like no lie, because he wasn't in the series other than in flashbacks. That's why I'm like, something happened to him, or no. And not only are they not separated and he's alive, but they're still together. I'm like, is this an anime? Two parents are alive and are still together?
Hey,
the fuck?
You know it's a classic anime because their excuse for him not being there is he works too hard.
Oh, right. True, because and it's either the mom or the dad. It's usually the dad. The dad's like overseas, but he's not overseas, but he's just working hard. First of all, what's he doing at this place where he's working? I mean, yeah, he's making cake, but I mean, forgive me for anybody that bakes cakes for a living, but I would think it would not take all day and you would be burnt out. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm naive and I don't know the ins and outs when it comes to that, but I would assume you would have some time for a break and not look like you're dead.
Yeah, do they not close the shop at any point? It's 24
hours?
Right,
exactly. It's a 24-hour cake shop, which that sounds dangerous. Don't ever make it because she will never leave.
Oh.
She will always be there. In fact, that's probably why he's always tired. He has to make cake for this woman.
It's just Kaoru. That's the reason she's exhausted.
She's just a freaking conveyor belt at some point. He's just like, I can't keep up with her demand. She just keeps coming in. She won't leave.
But so Rentaro asks Daddy for help, and Daddy's like, all right, if you want me to help, you got to get serious because it's going to be harder than, I don't know, Goku. Well, no, I can't say Goku learned the Kamehameha because that was actually easy.
No. It's going to be harder than Sea Tactics looking at Vladilena.
True.
The hardest element in the universe.
Which is pretty hard, I was going to say. But he's like, you're going through rigorous training. Be prepared. But
it's a Rocky montage.
Yeah, but before he even does the training, he asks Rentaro, what does he want to convey making the cake, which Rintaro surprisingly really goes into depth about why he wants to make the cake for Kaoru. He talks about his gratitude towards her, how he wants her to smile when she eats it, and I was actually pretty surprised. I was like, I expected him to get super embarrassed about it and not really go too deep about why he wants to do it, but no, he was very vulnerable in that moment, and it moves his father, obviously, who is not only seeing his son clearly being loved, but he's expressing these feelings that he's been largely removed from a lot of his life, because he's always kind of like sulking and not being too expressive, not showing, not even smiling like that. So he gets to see this happy side of his son, which makes him also happy.
Yeah, it was sweet. No pun intended, because he makes a cake. But yeah, he's doing this whole training arc of cake-onomics, or whatever you want to call it. And he's just baking it. I can just see it. No, this is all wrong. Gordon Ramsay just over there, over the shoulder. What are you? An idiot sandwich? You gotta make this fucking thing right. This thing is terrible. And just throws it across.
This cake is so half-baked, it should be starring with Dave Chappelle.
That's a good one. He eventually does make the cake, though. It looks amazing, and he just basically gives it to the cake master himself, his father, and says, please tell me this is good. And he takes a bite, and he just like kind of strokes his beard. Well, he doesn't have a beard, but he's just like, it's passable. I think is what he says, or like, I have no complaints, or something along those lines.
Yeah.
He didn't necessarily say, oh my God, son, this is fucking great, I love it. He was just basically saying, yeah, she's gonna like this, because I don't know, maybe he has high expectations when it comes to good food, but yeah, it's good enough for him. I mean, it's gonna be good enough for Kaoru, and she is the ultimate test when it comes to cake.
Absolutely. So going to Kaoru, she's with the Kikyo girls, and everybody wants to celebrate her birthday because she's been good to them.
She's so popular.
Yeah, she's been helping people with their school study stuff, and everybody wants to celebrate her birthday, but Subaru steps in there and she's like, guys, can we do it the day after, because she's kind of going to have plans on her birthday on the 22nd, kind of like moving them away so she can create the time slot for Rintaro to do what he's going to do, which great move from Subaru to create this moment, because I mean she pretty much orchestrated the whole thing. She told Rintaro when her birthday was, created a time so that he would have an opportunity to give her a present or something of the sort, and so good on her.
Yeah the saying is wingmen for guys. I guess she's a great wing girl, whatever, wing woman, whatever it's saying. But yeah, no, she set it up like slam dunk, nothing but net, just perfect.
Yeah,
absolutely. So, what is it? Rintaro like texts her and says, "Hey, what are you doing on your birthday? I mean, on this day that I don't know is your day of birth."
Yeah, he was like, yeah, if you got something to do on that day, then it's fine. We can reschedule or something. She's texting so fast, she ends up texting him, "It's fire," and then it's like, what the fuck? It's fine. I have no plans.
I mean, isn't she technically considered a Gen Z? That's like a normal thing to say, right? It's fire.
Not in that context.
Dude, that's so fire. I'm totally open that day.
I have no plants. Yeah, that part is a little. You can't really explain that one. I have no plans. Okay, that's cool.
Oh,
I didn't need to know that.
That means you don't got no weed. Oh, fuck.
Oh man. First she's saying it's fire. That means she's totally down to do it. And now she's got no weed. Fuck.
Yeah, I gotta bring it. What a bum.
Bring it. It's her own damn birthday too, and she don't have the weed. The fuck? What is? Oh my dealer.
Yeah, she's they're nervous, and these are one of the moments I was talking about with this show, and how it shows that puppy dog love, where it's a whole bunch of nervous energy, how they are so eager to talk to each other. Like another scene I really like was when Rentaro, before he got the call from Kaoru, he's just like scowling at the TV, obviously waiting for the text. And but when he gets the text from Kaoru, he bolts out the room, goes into his room, and then calls her, because he's too nervous and too excited to talk around his parents, which I mean, understandably so, but
I get it. I get it. I thought it was funny too how the parents were like, he's making it so obvious.
Yeah.
That was the funny part too. They're just like, oh, young love. He's waiting for, then all of a sudden gets the text. Oh my god! And then runs out of the room. Yeah. She texted him. She gave him the alert that he wanted anyway. But I love this word choice that you have here on this note. The cake passes Kaoru's gates of gluttony. I'm assuming gates of gluttony being her mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say that passes.
Yeah, it passed the test. She thought it was delish. So, yeah.
You even see her take a bite of it. She like takes that one, little sweet cut and then bite, and she's just like, oh my god, fucking great.
She's gonna get married to Rentaro just to have more of this cake at her disposal.
Oh, for fucking sure. We already know that this woman loves Rentaro. She admitted it to her friend. This may be the point where she actually goes up to him and goes, I love you. I want more of that cake. I can't get enough of it. Let's just skip everything. Just move right to marriage.
She gets on the knee. Just come on, please.
Yeah. She's just like, will you take this cake? I mean, this woman, wife, give me a slice.
Yeah.
For sure.
But yeah, she talking on the phone with Rentaro, she reveals that she has a little brother, which I don't know if that's going to mean
most of the cake.
Yeah, I'm like, there's somebody that's worse than you?
Damn.
That's kind of scary.
They start young.
Yeah. Got a whole like Pac-Man family. They just eat.
Yeah. And I don't even think it was little bro. I think they said like the whole family had a bite too and they liked it. And Rentaro was just like, oh, I didn't make it for them. Shit, I'm glad they liked it too.
Yeah.
Because that's gotta be a shock. She's like, she shared it with the whole family? That's surprising. She usually eats everything in one bite.
But yeah, I don't know if that's going to be an important thing, because we know she has a little brother now, and we also know Rentaro has an older brother. So I don't know if, because I feel like at some point we got to see her family. We haven't seen anything from them. We don't know. We haven't seen a face, a name, nothing from her side of the family. It's all been Rentaro. So yeah, I'm wondering if that's going to come back.
I hope whenever we do see them, that they're already a couple. That would be a very interesting way to introduce. Like, so I know your family. I want to introduce you to my parents and my family. And like I said, I'm just thinking ahead and thinking and whatever. But yeah, that'd be interesting. Just say, Mom, Dad, here's my boyfriend. It would just be a different dynamic than just like, here's my friend from another school that's across the way that we used to think are a bunch of peasants. But yeah, here's my boyfriend,
Yeah.
Rentaro.
I'm
Be interesting.
hoping that the parents are going to be as cool as Rentaro's parents. Because typically with this, especially considering we haven't seen them at all, usually whenever they leave the parents in the dark like this, they're going to end up being an obstacle. They're going to be the ones that are more judgmental, and then Rentaro is going to have to prove himself. Boy. Yeah, like that type. It's like the Shrek 2 thing. It's like,
right.
But he's an old god,
Can we not talk about kids while we're at the dinner table? What's that supposed to mean? Exactly what it means. They just start kind of like passive aggressively fighting while they're at the dinner table eating.
Yeah.
I'm glad we could have the family over for dinner.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm hoping that it's not one of those things, considering how easygoing this show has been for the most part. Not to say it's been drama free, it's just that it hasn't lingered on dramatic points for too long. It's been flowing pretty well in terms of things not feeling contrived. That's my whole issue, where it's like, we need conflict for this moment. We need this to be dramatic. It's like, nah, not really.
Yes, and I think that's what's been really refreshing about this series is, although we have had moments of just weirdness and drama and whatnot, it hasn't been the whole focal point of the series where that's all it is, and that's why they're not getting closer together, because of the fact that of a misunderstanding, or my friend doesn't like you, so in turn I can't talk to you. Thank God this series is at least doing something different.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
Sure. Nikkei is doing a Resident Evil collab. Now they got those
Ada?
Yeah, they got her and
yes,
Jill.
Oh, of course. Jill Valentine and Ada Wong.
Mm-hmm.
Ada Wong for the win. I have to see that after we're done. But is there a new? Oh yeah, there is a new game coming out, isn't there? Next year.
Yeah.
Requiem.
Mm-hmm. Gotta play it.
Yeah, same.
But the last thing that happened was no. Before that, we got to talk about how manipulative this little gremlin is, because she basically tricked Rentaro into promising her to make her another cake.
How so? I may have missed that.
Because Rentaro, she was talking about how her family loved the cake and everything, and Rentaro, of course, him being a nice guy, is like, Because this is the manipulation part. She specifically said my brother ate half of it. And the reason why that's manipulative is because, like, I didn't really get to enjoy all of the cake.
Yeah.
And then Rentaro's like, I'll make you another cake. And then she didn't say, no, it's okay. She said, really? Got his ass. Motherfucker. I would love that, Rentaro.
How do you, oh my God. I could see like a little weird plot twist. Like he makes another cake, gets to see the family. Where's your little brother? Oh, I don't have a little brother. Just did it just to get another cake. Wouldn't that be something? That would be so out of left field. I would literally be like, why did she lie about wanting more cake? You should have just asked.
Oh my God.
She's like, I have a problem.
Cake rehab.
I need to go to cake rehab. It's called CA. Cakes Anonymous. My name's Kaoru. Hi, Kaoru. And I tricked my boyfriend into giving me some cake by saying I had a brother when I didn't have one.
Oh, you fucking monster. I'm just in here for meth.
I'm in here for meth. That's That's a different place. This is Cakes
Oh.
Anonymous. You need to go somewhere else.
Okay.
Okay. No worries. No worries. Nothing. It's a safe space here, my friend. God, that is funny. But yes, the last thing that does happen in this episode is that Rintaro wants to help out the bakery during the summer break. I love how at the beginning the dad was just like, I'm going to work you hard. I'm going to make sure that you do well. And then the mother, they're definitely that dynamic where the mom's just like, dear, come on, let's not be hard on the boy. Let him have his fun during summer break too. And he caved in. He was like, okay, fine. You can have fun. But when you work, I'm working you.
Yeah. Yeah, he's very serious about this job. Reflected in his eyes because he looks tired.
All the time.
Yeah. But yeah, with Rentaro, he's just gung-ho to train and get better. So he's like, anytime I don't have plans, I'm going to work here and hone my skills. And, his mom's like, take it easy. But, he wants to get better making cakes because at the end of the day, he just wants to see Kaoru happy. So he's willing to put in all the work that it takes to maintain that happiness.
He just wants to put cake in her mouth.
It sounds dirty when you say it like that, but I understand what you mean.
I'm sorry. Like, he wants to feed her.
We'll let it slide. We'll let it slide.
It's a sweet thing. No pun intended.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, and then there's still the fireworks thing, which we got 2 more episodes left, so they can still do that.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. But that's essentially it for Kaoru. So we are moving on to our last show of the night, which is none other than the summer Hikaru died, episode 10.
And I must say, he did die for like a little bit until his body was oozing out of him.
Stick. Oh.
Stick. Oh, it's there. And then all of a sudden, just starts convulsing, doing some weird shit. And even, what's his name? Oh, yeah. Tanaka was just like, it was 50-50 shot, but I was right. I thought he murdered a little kid, but and thank God I didn't, or else I really would have been fucked up.
I don't know what's going on when it comes to. I feel like I say that all the time now, but
for sure,
with Tanaka's whole deal, because he does that, and essentially we just move forward in the story. It's like there wasn't really any follow up when it came to Tanaka and
not really.
With Yoshiki and with Yoshiki and Hikaru. So it's like, what was his goal then? Was it just to test? Was it just to test Nonuki? What was he doing exactly? Because if he wanted to kill him, you would think that would have been the moment to do it, right?
You would think.
But either he can't. I was going to say either he can't or he doesn't want to.
Mm-hmm. I think personally it has something to do with who hired him. I think whoever he's in communication with and whoever is like that calls him 24/7 saying, hey, we want an update, blah, blah, blah. I'm almost positive that whoever hired him is wanting to capture Nanuki.
Okay.
And this is one of those things where he tested it just to like cut off its head because he was 99% sure that was Nanuki because he kind of deduced it with his, expertise or whatever, detective skills. Did it. And then when it happened, I noticed he kind of had a reaction to it where he was kind of I don't know if it was laughing or smiling or maybe a little bit of both, but he kind of like had kind of like a jovial feeling about it, where he's just like, that was something I never expected. Oh
Yeah.
wow! And then it happened. It kind of like passed. He didn't finish it off, which maybe he could have, maybe he didn't, because he didn't do anything.
Mhm.
He didn't continue to fight it. He just cut its head off and just stood there and laughed.
Yeah.
So the reason why I think he can't kill it is because of the people he's working for, and they want to capture it. That's my guess. And he did it for his own curiosity, whether that be his own personal interest because he bears the marks on his skin, or because they told him to do it. I personally think it was a personal thing where he just wanted to test it just to make sure. And that's where we're at.
Okay. So another thing we learned about him is that he's actually blind without the shades. It's not
That
just a fashion
surprised
assignment.
me.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, he's actually blind. I always call these anime characters blind that have their eyes closed, but he's legitimately blind.
Yeah. And it's not a physical thing, it's a paranormal thing, meaning that
He lost it a long time ago.
yeah, it's like a, because when you look at his eyes, you can just see something in it that's like it's almost akin to what we see with Hikaru, where we can tell when he's murder mode because we see like the red glint in his eyes,
Yeah.
and it just it's in like a different shape. So yeah, there's something in his eyes as well. Like he said, it's something paranormal as to the reasons why he is blind now. So we'll find out about his past, I'm sure, to see what happened exactly to him, because I mean, as you pointed out, he has the marks as well, so he's had his run-ins with somebody or something that took away his sight, gave him these marks and whatnot. So we can kind of see traces of why he would be so invested in an entity like Nonuki.
Yeah. And when a show usually does something like this where they reveal it by like episode 10 that a character is blind, I always go back just to see if there's any signs of that kind of show that he's blind. And haven't done that yet, but I'd be interested just to see, like, because I agree, he's always had the shades. It never really showed his eyes, but it would also explain why he has that hamster around and why it moves around. So it's not just a weird kind of quirk because he has to be different. It's like an anime trope or whatever.
Mhm.
No, he has it because that's basically his seeing eye dog, so to speak. So interesting.
So we go back to the whole villages thing that we learned about, because there's 5 different villages that used to be one, and they all, when you put them together, when you overlap them,
Oh yeah.
it puts them in like a human shape: legs, arms, head. So we find out that there was like this weird thing going on with different body parts being buried in every subsequential village. The village that is supposed to be the legs, there were like legs buried. Village where there's supposed to be arms buried. But there was no reports of any heads being buried. But then I forgot who mentioned it. I think it was Yoshiki who mentioned it, that there were a whole bunch of the curses that we seen in this village, because this village is supposed to be the head. There was a whole bunch of curses that we seen throughout these episodes that have missing heads. And I was like, I didn't notice that at first, but yeah.
Me neither. Totally makes sense because like there's ones with long heads, freaking long neck, body parts, and ones with the heads attached to some veins and intestines and whatever just sticking out. Yeah. Yeah, very very interesting. It's like, oh, now it makes sense. This is a head village.
Yeah.
off. But yeah, I thought that was interesting too. Just the map makes up a body part, and they slowly like showed it in that kind of like montage and whatnot. And you're just like, oh, this is a weird ass village.
Yeah, and then
Do not visit.
it makes you think about the guy who killed himself when at their school, because also head injury, you know. So it's like, what's going on with the heads? And we kind of got an answer, but I don't know if it's the answer for what's going on exactly. We'll talk about that. But Yoshiki and Hikaru are at the hospital. Yoshiki wakes up and he's freaked out. His mom doesn't know what's going on. He's asking like, or she's asking like, why were you at old man Takeda's house? And he's like, where's he? Where's Rachel? And then, you know, he goes over and sees Hikaru's fine. But, or not, well, not actually, no, he wasn't fine. What am I talking about? He was like asleep for 2 days. He was not fine.
Oh, right. Right. He was asleep for 2 days. He's just, I mean, when he wakes up, he's definitely not fine either. He just whoop, 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 with his eyes and whatnot.
Yeah.
But,
because he's about to go sicko mode on Yoshiki until Rie stops him.
Rie's like, hey, knock that shit off.
No.
Speaking of Rie, when is she gonna do something? She's kind of like letting a lot of things slide, and it's like, you know, this village is suffering right now, and everything's happening. I understand there's a little boy crush going on right now, but we need to put an end to this. And I get they kind of like hinted at that a little bit, where she's like, oh, I can't do an exorcism, I can't his body, but still, I'm sure something can be done. I mean, they also did mention that as well, where you have to like take them and put them away. But I don't know why I guess what I'm saying is, I don't know why she doesn't act upon that. She's given a lot of grace to this group and not even saying anything to anyone else when all this shit's happening. It's like more people could die, and she's just kind of like letting it happen.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really know what's going on there. We don't even know how much power Rie does have to stop something like Nonuki, or if it would stop with him, because at the end of the day, what's going on with them when it comes to Nonuki isn't just Nonuki himself. He's just serving as a lightning rod for these aberrations to show up. So these things still exist. It's just that he kind of weakens the barrier between the living and the spirit world. So I don't even know if him disappearing or going back to the mountains would restore that. I don't know if it's something that, if the barrier can be restored, or if he already opened Pandora's box and they're kind of like, it is what it is right now. I'm not entirely sure. And again, I don't know the full extent of Rie's power. We've seen her be able to essentially tell a curse to go back home, but if it gets hostile with her and it's like, fuck that, it's not my curfew yet, then I'm kind of worried for her, because I do believe her on some front that she's not as powerful as like an exorcist may sound. She does have power, but I don't know if she has like the real strength to fight one of these spirits if they really wanted to kill her. Because right now, what they're trying to do essentially isn't really even trying to kill people. They're trying to like drag them to the other side. So yeah. I don't know.
I don't either. There's a lot of just unanswered questions and a lot of just weird stuff happening, especially this episode, especially at the end. But I don't know. Did you want to get to that right now?
Storm said Yoshiki wrote down trade head for request. Could have phrased that better. I feel like that's the whole show. Could have phrased that better.
Yeah, it's just looking. Hmm. What? Oh no, not the other thing. You know this.
Blowjobs for favors. Is that better?
Penny for your thoughts, but in this case, BJ for your thoughts.
We find out about a little bit more about this whole thing that was referenced with Hikaru's name, the Indo name. Because they learn about this village that was, or yeah, like this village was affected with famine, and to fight against that, they wanted to down the population, and to do that,
Damn.
they had a whole bunch of abortions in the form of these pills, in these mercury pills.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Just hearing them describe that, it's just like, damn. Because not only do you get abortions, you probably end up killing some people, taking straight up mercury.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Yeah, and then I don't even know where this comes in really, but there was people there. This village is cutting off heads and offering it to not Nonuki, because at this time they were calling it Unuki.
Unuki.
Yeah. I don't really know what's going on there, but yeah, apparently that was just like a fun pastime, cutting off people's heads, offering it to the god, going about your day. Until the Indo family fucked it up somehow. They still don't talk about how they did that, where they you would think the cutting off heads people thing is where the village would have gone wrong, but apparently not. They did something worse than that.
Oh no, everything's fine. They were dying anyway.
Boys will be boys when it comes to decapitated people.
Oh my Jesus. But yeah, that gets screwed up somehow. We don't know. I'm still on the lines of he was supposed to deliver something. Now I'm thinking it was supposed to be a head. And because the head wasn't delivered properly because he got distracted by a tree that looked like boobs, he just died somehow because of that.
Well, yeah, because remember Tanaka was talking about the shrunken heads that the Ino family would have. So we know that to be one of the tools that he was supposed to carry up there. But it's like, I don't know what's going on with the Indo family thing, because I'm still thinking along the lines of what I said last podcast of the Indo family maybe making Nonuki like this deal of, I want to befriend you. You come down from the mountains or something of the sort. Something that broke this deal of, we offer you heads, you offer us protection.
We give you head, you offer us protection.
Yeah. Because, yeah, it's definitely something to where they bucked the system, or people felt like they bucked the system. And I think my whole theory falls in line with why Hikaru is even here right now, like why he's befriending Yoshiki, and why everybody has, or at least like some of the people in the know, have animosity towards the Indo family. Because it was the original sin.
Mm-hmm. A lot of those unanswered questions still. We do get a crazy scene that happens towards the end. Hey, Hikaru, let's go to old man Takada's place. It sounds like a great place to be at this time of night. Yeah, sure. No problem. We see a room of heads, and it's not real heads, but it's wooded carvings of heads.
Super
It's
creepy.
the heads that were, yeah, very creepy. Just the heads that were offered up to Onuki in exchange, like as you put it earlier, for peace and wonderful crops. Here's some head for some crops. You know, that's essentially how they go about it. But very, very interesting scene. Just seeing all the different heads, and I love just kind of like how you see Yoshi's just like creeped out about it, and Hikaru's just like, "Oh, this is weird," just touching it and
Yeah,
everything. And
like he's at a
Yoshi's like, "Don't
museum.
touch him! Don't touch him!" He's like, "Oh, don't worry, it's wood. Not even a real head."
A work of art.
It's so beautiful. I love it. I want to keep touching it. So yeah, so that happened with interesting results. Because like I think slowly after that we find out that, you know, because they're still trying to find out just the cause of everything. But Yoshiki wants to get more information from someone close to Hikaru's dad, and we get this person with its, you know, you just see their back, and they just kind of like turn their head a little bit, and it's just like, who's that person? I wonder. Maybe an uncle, maybe a friend.
I
don't
thought
know.
I didn't really get the, because they're shrouded in darkness, so you don't really get to see you don't get a really good look at their face. But I thought it was just Yoshiki's dad. But again, I didn't really get to see his face super clearly. Because Yoshiki's dad has like those distinct eyebrows, like those like the eyebrows that Yoshiki has. And then he has like all the different like beauty marks all over his face. But again, I didn't really get to see a clear look at his face, so I can't say whether or not that was him or some random.
Some random dude.
Yeah.
It's like, who is this? My name's Bob. Who are you, Bob? I work in IT. Are you related to Hikaru's dad? No. Okay, carry on. They just mistake the guy.
Speaking of that, they had Maki's brother give them the information because Maki's brother was going to college for like occult stuff. So like that, they got a whole bunch of information from him. So I don't know if they are going to keep dredging that well to get more information, but yeah, because he was a huge help in this episode. I don't know if he's going to be back. And then the show essentially ends with Hikaru knocking on Yoshiki's door, and
can I come in?
Yeah, he's like thirsty or something. He says he wants to swallow Yoshiki up for warmth.
And I put pause right next to it because I'm like phrasing. But yeah, I think being decapitated did something to Hikaru because he wakes up after being in a coma for 2 days and has ill intent. And then Rie was just like, stop it. So here he is again, and you kind of like see his, I don't know what you would call it, just his form just kind of manifesting on the inside, like maybe Nonuki's true form. And he's just kind of like, I'm ready to kill. And that's when he's just like, I'm gonna swallow you. And he was gonna do something, say, yeah, just come on in. And creepy scene, just dark, just kind of like whatever. And then like he snaps out of it. Yeah, you know what? Never mind. And then he just turns around and goes home. And Yoshi's just kind of like, weird.
Yeah.
Hikaru's being weird.
Yeah, so like he has, it's interesting because like he's in Hikaru's body. So there's that. But it seems that he has like this personality that's differing from his natural instincts, where the natural instincts of Nonuki is, or seems to be at least, to consume everything for survival. It seems like it's just eating to just live. And
Mhm.
he's fighting against that because he does have an identity of, at the very least, trying to be Yoshiki's friend. But he's at odds because Yoshiki has that part of himself that literally makes him whole, which I'm sure the natural instincts of himself, being Onuki, is to have that piece back so he isn't in danger when he gets his head cut off, so that he can have like that perfect regeneration and such. So it's like he's fighting with himself for the part of himself that he entrusted to Yoshiki. And it almost took over in him just straight up going, all right, man, fuck this. I'm gonna kill you, get this part back, and that's gonna be that. So yeah, he's got to fight within with the monster himself, with him being a monster still.
Yeah. What a sticky situation this all is.
Sure.
Crazy. But yeah, that's how the episode ends, and we're left more confused than we are with questions answered.
I am thoroughly confused.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens in the next couple of episodes, because I think it's only 12. So then this was 10, 11, 12. So we got 2 more.
Yeah.
Then we'll be officially done.
Oof. So yeah, we got Dandadan finished.
Done.
One more episode of Sakamoto Days. Is My Dress Up Darling 12 episodes?
I believe it is. So it has 1 as well.
Okay. One more episode of My Dress Up Darling and 2 more episodes of both Kaoru Hana and The Summer Hikaru Died.
Mm-hmm. We would have had 1 if The Summer Hikaru Died wasn't late releasing their shit.
Fuck off. I had something to
I'm
do that
mess-
week.
I was bored, okay? No, I'm messing. I understand it's busy work over there, especially being an animator. But yeah, that's it. Do we have any viewer questions? Let me check the well.
I checked it before we did it.
Well, poopy doopy.
Well,
No viewer questions. So, shall we get into I guess like the future?
Well, before that, I was going to say, if you do have any viewer questions, please submit your questions in the Google Doc that we have in the description. Is always in the description. Submit your questions and then we will answer it next podcast. But yes, let's get into the future, what we will be doing next season, because next season is going to shape up to be a lot different from what we did this season. And I mean a lot different. So,
yes, it's going to be different to the point where, you may like it, you may not like it. Long story short, it's not going to be in the traditional sense where we do this every week. It's going to be more of a kind of relaxed form of KOA. And to be honest, with me, there's some, live stuff happening. So it's kind of coming at a time where it's almost perfect, where I'm going to be doing some things for a couple weeks, actually a couple months. And when everything's all said and done, I think we'll be back in full swing come winter of 2026, because first things first, fall is not shaping up to be good when it comes to anything watching wise.
yeah.
It's just kind of like, yeah, sure. We have Spy Family, which I've always been a fan of. Looking forward to that. One Punch Man Season 3 is definitely one of those where it's 50-50. It could be great or it could be terrible. Leave it at that. There's my 2 Year Eternity Season 3, which I'm pretty sure we're going to kill once we start it, just because we've abandoned that a long time ago. But honestly, other than those 3, there's really not much, because everything else is either a sequel to something that I've never seen, or there's shows that just either don't seem interesting or hasn't like stood out.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So instead of doing it weekly, me and Sasuke have come up with something where we would just kind of like do it kind of like a casual thing, like maybe once a month, once every 3 weeks. We don't really have a date. That's why you should follow us, as I mentioned before, that I dropped in the chat on Blue Sky. That way you know when we go live. And we'll be sure to give you guys notice whenever we do. So
Well-
it'll just make it easier for everybody.
Well, in the format that we're, because we haven't solidified it, but it's more so next season is going to, like EA has already expressed, be a lot more casual. But we were thinking about like not doing it in a live format.
Okay,
But
excuse
rather
me. Yeah, I
doing
didn't
it-
mean live.
Yeah.
Yeah,
rather
I meant-
doing it
yeah,
in
sorry.
a recorded format, because like, for example, we may not do it in a format that we're doing it where we're going show by show by show. We may want to just talk about one particular show. Like maybe me and EA have both watched To Your Eternity and we think the first episode is fucking garbage and we want to talk about it. So we just talk about that episode and then that'll be an installment of the podcast. It'll be kind of be more like that, where again, it's more casual. It's not episode by episode, show by show. It's just whenever we want to talk about something in particular, we'll record, upload it, and it'll be like that. So next season, you're not getting 12, 13 podcasts. Honestly, it'll probably be in a range of like, if I'm being like real, it'll probably be like in a range of like 3 to 4 next season.
Yeah. sounds
Depending
right.
on how much we talk about. And who knows? I mean, I think it'll be good for us just because we're not going to have the workload that we have had for the last couple of seasons with the podcast. It'll essentially give us a break while we're still giving out content. We can focus a little more on like Patreon stuff. And
Yeah.
we are going to be ready for winter, because honestly, if we got to sacrifice a season, fall season is a season of sacrifice, because winter, we got a lot that we're excited to talk about. Freerin, Jujutsu
Frieren
Kaisen season
season
3,
Yeah. Now
Oshinoko.
Oshinoko, thank you.
Yeah.
Couple of other ones. I think there was one. Let me
Yep.
see.
We haven't even looked through the winter season, so it might be one of those, like a Apocalypse
yeah.
Hotel hiding in there.
Chain Slave season 2. There you go.
Mato Seihei, yeah, we're not watching that. I didn't even watch season 1.
Oh, come
God.
on. It's fantastic. No, I'm kidding. I don't know anything about it other than from you saying that read the manga, don't watch the anime.
It does have my girl on the cover, but yeah, the anime didn't look good from my eye. But yeah, that's how things are gonna go next season. So it just don't expect too much next season. It's like I said, going to be in a more casual format. It has to do with personal stuff from us, and not just EA, because he expressed some things, but just me as well. It's been taxing, to be quite honest. So next season will give us sort of a break, because we're still going to be uploading, but it's not going to be in a manner that you're accustomed to. More casual manner. We get to relax and then gear up for next season, which I want to be fully prepared for. I want all hands on deck come winter next year. So that's the plan moving forward.
Yep. And also everything that we discussed, take that in consideration. We also plan, to have C Tactics back. It always just comes down to, whenever he's ready. I can't speak for him when it comes to anything like that. It's possible when we talk about the fall season, we could get him on and like talk about some things. If not, I get it. He's doing his own thing too. But winter, I'm pretty sure like he'll be back by then. Like especially because I told him about that. We're taking a break for the fall, so you know, he's doing some things. He's getting reacclimated to stuff, and we're going to do it the same. Me as well. So I think it's just the best for us. And by winter 2026, we'll be back to what we used to be, back up and running. And also, definitely noticed the subscriber count has gone up. 591 subscribers. It's been slowly going up daily, or if not daily, just every other day. Definitely, we want to keep getting that content out to you, so we'll keep it going. Because Sasuke made a wonderful teaser clip for Togepi's Original Sin, and it's fantastic. It's on this channel. Definitely check it out and subscribe to our Patreon, which I put in the chat as well, so you can watch it for only $1. That's just a little snippet. The rest of it is like that too.
And yeah, and that's just like a little thing that we did for the Patreon, but stuff like that where we're talking more casual and you're getting like the edit material, that's kind of like what you should expect from the podcast moving forward. So you don't get to get like the raw stuff of us talking, but at the very least you do get it in a more concise manner, because if we do record it, I would edit it and it'll be, it won't be too much of an issue since we're only going to be talking about a max of 2 shows. So yeah, there's that. Was there anything else I wanted to mention? No, I think that's it. So
I guess the only thing to say is thank you guys for always being here with us, tuning in every week, sticking with us. We've been doing this. Well, come next season, it'll officially be 8 freaking years. No, 7. I made it even older. 7 years.
Yeah,
because we started in 2018.
Yeah,
which is crazy to think that I've known these guys for 7 years now.
Woo.
And I've aged 7 years since we started.
Damn,
that's crazy. I know, time really does fly.
My God, I was Decrepit Storm's age now when we first started.
Wow, isn't that something? I wonder how old Decrepit Storm was when we first started this. He was a baby.
Yeah,
if he's 21 now, 7. God, he was 14. It's basically the Shin and Seba complex.
Yeah. Appreciate everybody who joined us tonight. Follow us on those links. Especially. Oh, that's what I want to say. EA, I need you to commit. If not today, by next week, I need you to commit to Kaguya-sama. Like
the first 3 episodes, right?
Yeah, let's just watch. Get you a little sample, and then we see where we go from there. Because I feel like you will enjoy it. Depending on certain things.
Want me to watch it? You want me to watch it live, right?
I mean, you don't have to. You could just You
watch
just
it and let you know.
Yeah, but
okay.
Because I feel like a discussion on that would be something that would really be good for the podcast as well. But yeah, you could. Because I feel like you would know if you like it by the first 2 or so episodes.
Okay.
So yeah,
sounds good. I will let you know, good sir.
Okay. But yes, appreciate everybody who watched. Again, happy birthday to Decrepit Storm. Happy 21.
Happy birthday.
Do not drink and drive. Stay at home. Everybody else watching the VOD, like, comment, subscribe, submit those questions to us so we can answer our next podcast. Hope to see you for the next one. Y'all have a good night, morning, afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. Peace and love from the KOA family. We out.
Later.